I had good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. As you know, I love Mondays. And we are going to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and because it associates with Mondays, right? And planning out your week. So, one thing, I apologize, I was going live a minute ago, and then all of a sudden, all these screens started popping open on my computer, and I couldn't see what was going on or where I was connected to, and I wasn't sure I was in the right place. So, my apologies. Moving on. Moving on. I'm going to talk to you guys today about why you should plan out. I'm not sure what's going on this morning. I'm tripping all over the place. Plan out your mental game for the week. So, I'm going to take you back in time, and I'm going to tell you a little story. So, quite a while ago, I found myself just really struggling to be successful in my personal and professional life. My personal life is great now, but it hasn't always been, right? I was kind of a mess, and I didn't know enough about myself back then, but I didn't know what I needed. All I knew was that I was exhausted. I was trying every single day to do the best I could at work, and I was falling short. I wasn't, up to par. Other people were advancing. I wasn't. There were times I was a slacker because I was just so mentally drained. And, those are moments I'm not proud of. But then there were moments where I was giving it my all, and I knew wholeheartedly I was giving it my all, and I still wasn't successful. And that was frustrating to me. And I just thought this black cloud was going to follow me around forever. And I didn't know that there was a way out. I would get up and go to work, and I would struggle through the day. I couldn't focus. I would overstress on every little word, every little thing going on at work. I would try and be an over pleaser and try and fix everything, right? Because I wanted that pat on the back. I wanted that you did a good job. We can't do this without you. And I would go home feeling less than, right? And I was creating my own world. Yes, I'm taking blame for part of it. I was creating my own world of stress, anxiety, failure. I was chopping my own self-esteem in half. And it's like I was setting myself up for failure and not success. And the way that I was doing that was I wasn't focusing on the right things. I wasn't focusing on all of my strengths. I wasn't focusing on things that were out of my control that I couldn't handle. I can't change the way people view me. All I can do is do my very best and feel good about that, but I wasn't feeling good about it. And so a lot of it had to do with the mental game, and I didn't know that back then. One, I knew that I wasn't supposed to be, self-assured and know my worth and be confident, because, that comes off as cocky, that comes off as know-it-all, that comes off as so many different things, especially in the workplace. And what I really learned through a lot of years of failure was that it's all about the mental game. And I want you guys to understand that you need to set up this week to be successful. You need to set up this week and go into it with all of your power and all of your strength mentally. Because here is the biggest thing that you are going to challenge yourself with is you are going to wear yourself out and you are going to be exhausted if you don't plan it out. And I talk about this in the new book that I have coming out. It's the Daily Mental Meal Plan, about how you need to have positivity for breakfast. You need to have motivation for lunch, comprehension for dinner, and then make peace with your day at night so that you can start the next day fresh. And a lot of that relates to how we plan out our week, right? If we're already stressing about what's on our plate and what's to come, we're never going to get ahead of the game. And that can affect us not only mentally, but physically. And we cannot be successful in that environment. So you guys need to make a plan. How are you going to tackle the things that come your way that you have no control over? Are you going to let it go, or are you going to stew on it? Are you going to, when you fail at something, are you going to get back up and you're going to keep going? Or are you going to sit there and stress on it and drive yourself down and down and down, over stressing about it? You can't change it. What happened, right? So pick yourself up and move forward. Plan out your week. It is super important to prepare yourself for failures that might come. Prepare yourself for health issues that might come. A lot of times, I had health issues interrupting the efforts that I could put towards work, which made me feel like a piece of crap, to be honest, because I didn't feel good enough to do those things. And I was beating myself up way harder than I even needed to be doing. And I want you guys to understand there is so much power in preparing your mental plan for the week, because you can feel things coming. We all know it. We get that feeling inside where we're getting overwhelmed. We're running behind on assignments. We need to be getting things done. And you can de-stress yourself if you know that's coming. You can plan it out. You can check things off the list one by one. Don't write 20 things on the list. Write 20 different sticky notes and take one by one so you feel accomplished as you check it off. Don't make the situation worse than it really is, right? Because a lot of us do that. And back then, it was so hard for me to understand that. And it was just draining me. So I want you guys, I'm going to quit talking on here this morning, but I want you guys to create a mental plan for the week. What are you going to get done this week? What are you going to not let tear you down if you don't get those goals done this week? How are you going to plan to move on to those goals next week, right? It is super important. Stress is literally a silent killer. It can build inflammation in your body. It can cause uphill battles in so many different ways. So alleviate it. Create a mental meal plan for yourself for this week, of things that you know are coming and things that you might get tossed your way. It's super important. Write it down. Everybody have an amazing week. If you want to learn a little bit more on this topic, I go in depth on this topic in my Passionate and Determined Women Who Want to Make an Impact group. If you are not in that group, jump into that group. There's a ton of tools in there that are not here on the public platform. So jump into that group. It's free information. It's amazing information. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Take care.